Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily tarot reading. Choose the stone that resonates with your intuition, that draws you. And we will begin. I'll put the timestamps in the description box so you can find your stone quickly. And let's see what we've got. For those of you who chose the Moonstone, we have the Seven of Cups, the Emperor, and the Five of Cups. All right. So the Emperor is all about this take charge kind of energy. It's about, well, there's cause and there's effect. There are natural laws to things. It's about laws sometimes. It's about moral laws, social contract, things like that. But a lot of times it's simply a real take charge kind of energy. Like, I know the right thing to do. I'm going to do what makes sense. I'm going to do what's right. The next right thing. That kind of thing. The Seven of Cups is, there may be a little bit of uncertainty and cloudiness. You don't know what it is you should expect from the future. You don't quite know all the time what to choose. You're weighing different options, but you know, it would sure be nice to have a little more information kind of thing. The challenge with the Seven of Cups is always Spirit saying, okay, please don't dread negatives. Please don't expect negatives. Instead, focus on positive possibilities. Increase your expectation. Focus on positive and emotionally rewarding, these cups are upright, thoughts and choices. So that's a little bit of instruction as a remedy to this, because the Five of Cups is, it's not helpful. It's looking back in a way that's not helpful. It's looking at losses or disappointments or mistakes and just only looking at those, looking at them a little obsessively. It's not helping anything. So this is sort of the don't cry over spilt milk card. When we get this card, we know that it is certainly not time to be looking at the past, blaming ourselves, blaming other people. It's just not the time to do that. Now is the time to just move forward from this moment on, because you know what? That's always the right thing to do. Well, I mean, once in a while we owe an apology, things, the things that could be remedied. But even if we do that, it's always right to not waste too much time thinking about past regrets, because we can't do anything about that. We can't go into the past and change it. We can be more empowered in the present and moving forward if we are 100% in the present. You know, that's where the power is. So the Seven of Cups, really Spirit is saying, please don't do this. Please don't do this. In fact, try to see the positives in the future, even though you don't have all the information you need, and take charge of doing things you know are the right thing to do. It really is. The Emperor card is sometimes just that, saying, when in doubt, do the next right thing and believe the best. This is really what this reading is. All right. For those of you who chose the brownstone, which is actually a snail fossil, we've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed, we've got the Five of Coins, and we've got the Five of Swords. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune, just the fact that it's reversed, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't negate, I mean, it means something, but it doesn't negate that the card is there. There's a new era beginning, maybe today, maybe over this certain time, but there might be something new beginning in an area of your life. But it is reversed, so maybe that means not quite yet. It's coming, or maybe that means there's a new era, but you're not sure what to think about it yet. It can mean that. You know, it's not readily apparent to you whether this is a good thing or a bad thing. It's not completely apparent. But here we have the fives, and fives a lot of times are about our perspective, right? Especially Five of Swords, that's a victory card. That's a cutting away kind of victory card, though. Yeah, it's sort of like, I may have to, based upon pure logic alone, cut this away or that away in order to be victorious in this situation, in order to go ahead with a plan that makes sense. So there is that. Once in a while, this card comes up and it means there's somebody in your environment or there's some kind of dynamic in your life where it's winning at any cost kind of thing. Once in a while, there's that. The 5 of Coins is about a perceived lack. Lack in sources of security, health or wealth or otherwise. A perceived lack. And that's all about perception. The Spirit is always encouraging us to go into the church where there is plenty, where there is abundance. And I believe that means, in this case, it's the church in this card, but I believe that means going into the abundance of the now, the eternal now, and the strength of spirit, the loving strength of spirit and source. You know, I believe that there's that. Okay, so I think what this is there may be something new coming in. You're not quite sure what to think about it. But you're certainly advised not to see lack or worry about that. Worry about lack of security. You're certainly advised, in fact, if there's a victory you need to take, you need to make some decisions right now, go ahead and take that victory. You know, you need to make decisions like, okay, I have to cut away this habit or this routine or this conversation or this commitment, or I have to cut this thing away to have the victory right now, or I have to be very planful and stick to my plan no matter how I feel about it, maybe no matter how other people feel about it, in order to be victorious now. It's that kind of thing sometimes. So I think that there's a lot going on in this reading, but I'm trusting that Spirit highlighted the areas of the interpretation that you needed to hear. And a new beginning is a new beginning. There's nothing wrong with a new beginning, and there's nothing wrong with victory. And there's nothing wrong with becoming centered rather than focusing on things that make us feel less secure. All right, for those of you who chose the black stone, we have the Hanged Man reversed. We've got the 9 of Wands. We've got the 6 of Coins. Okay. So the Hanged Man is about delay. It's about something you cannot act upon yet, but you can get a new perspective on it. And rather than struggle against the delay, you accept it and you get a new perspective. And that's very valuable in and of itself. But now this one's reversed, which means that action may be coming, really. It may be, delay may be over or approaching being over. Now the 9 of Wands is feeling a little battle weary about something. And this could be anything. You've succeeded, you're fine. You've taken all those wands, you have them. You have another one, you're still standing, you're ready to go forward, but you may feel a little battle weary and battled, like there have been lots of things you've had to think about. Sometimes this is like 10 of Wands, right? The wands we carry on our shoulder and we're worrying about it. Either lots of things to think about or lots of things to deal with. And you've done it successfully. You are victorious. But you might be feeling it. The 6 of Coins is about giving. It's about feeling like you have enough security to actually lend some security to someone else, whether you're giving something practical or just imparting a sense of security and confidence that it's going to be okay, trying to be helpful, that kind of thing. Trying to be helpful. Because when we're giving, we're a lot happier. We're a lot more grateful. We feel a lot more secure. It energizes us. So there may be something new that's coming in. It's time to act. Rest assured you're well able to handle it. Please don't be afraid or guarded, because you've been successful. And the 6 of Coins, if you want a bit of an escape from worrying about a transition yourself, that you know, something that you may have been waiting for, that may be ready to act upon, but you're not entirely sure, right? If you want to break from that, focus on giving to someone else. That's what I'm seeing here. But you are very capable and you are well able to handle whatever comes. And sometimes it's quite a relief, actually, to have the Hanged Man reversed, because it's something you've like known you're going to need to act on, and it's been sometimes hard to wait. And this Hanged Man, well, this person meditatively just hangs in there, right? But normally this would be a hard thing for people to wait and feel like they're just hanging there and they don't know yet what's going to be happening. Well, you're getting a good idea, and action is coming into focus. So that is nice. All right, for those of you who chose the blue stone, we have the Victory card, the 10 of Cups, and the 2 of Wands. All right, so victorious over something, and we can't gloss over that, because that's wonderful. These are all actually quite good cards. The 10 of Cups is saying things are fine in general. With you and your loved ones, things are all right. There's enough security, emotional security there for people to grow and learn and do those things, So that's good. That's good. There's enough emotional security, a basic bedrock of that people can do things like cope with difficulties, grow beyond challenges. They can thrive. Yeah, they can even feel contented and happy sometimes too. That can be there too. So, but things are basically fine. The 2 of, whether they feel like it or not, okay. The 2 of Wands is World Explorer. It's like I'm exploring my options. Do I want to focus on this? Do I want to focus on that? The world is in my hands. I'm looking out over the sea. And I'm doing so with an exploratory kind of attitude, not, feeling confident that I can do this. See, because there's a victory here. So I think Spirit is lauding your victory, wants you to focus on that, wants you to focus on what you've done well, the good things that are happening in your life that are moving on forward, and wants you to look to your future with the World Explorer kind of attitude. And maybe you choose one main thing to focus on today. Because, we can't, this man didn't, explore the globe in one day, so maybe you choose one thing to focus on. But this is more about the attitude. And I think you should feel pleased with yourself today with these cards. All right. Well, I thank you so very much, and I hope you have a marvelous day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.